You know I wait for the commas. Money come back like it's karma. Snow bunny thick all the coming. God said ain't for no drama. Leave a broke nigga hating. You steady pushing that garbage. Got a slug in me first. She steady showing the cars. Kobe with all of my niggas. Shorty do all of my niggas. Snow bunny dripping with thickness. I tell her to hop in the whip. She get to grabbing my phone. I think she giving me digits. She get to grabbing my dick. I think she in love with a nigga. Henny ain't coming for cheap. MVP with the liquor. My whole crew for the conflict. Like we fucking with Twister. Big money, all that I know. I bring the show to the show. I bring the hoe to the show. Bitches, money and dro. You know I whip for the commas. Money come back like it's karma. Snow bunny thick all the coming. God said ain't for no drama. Leave a broke nigga hating. You steady pushing that garbage. Got a slug in me first. She steady showing the cars. You know I whip for the commas. Money come back like it's karma. Snow bunny thick all the coming. God said ain't for no drama. Leave a broke nigga hating. You steady pushing that garbage. Got a slug in me first. She steady showing the cars. I'm Kobe with all of my niggas. Shorty do all of my niggas. Snow bunny dripping with thickness. I tell her to hop in the whip. She get to grabbing my phone. I think she giving me digits. She get to grabbing my dick. I think she in love with a nigga. Henny ain't coming for cheap. MVP with the liquor. My whole crew for the conflict. Like we fucking with Twister. Big money, all that I know. I bring the show to the show. I bring the hoe to the show. Bitches, money and dro. You know I whip for the commas. Money come back like it's karma. Snow bunny thick all the coming. God said ain't for no drama. Leave a broke nigga hating. You steady pushing that garbage. Got a slug in me first. She steady showing the cars. You know I whip for the commas. Money come back like it's karma. Snow bunny thick all the coming. God said ain't for no drama. Leave a broke nigga hating. You steady pushing that garbage. Got a slug in me first. She steady showing the cars.
Watch how I stick to my grind, I never get out of line. Bitches, they paying a fine just to come sit by the dime. I'm drippin', I'm not on my prime, out of sight, out of mind. She callin', she all on my line, told her quit sniffing them lines. Too many niggas can find, tryna get plugged with a rhyme. Niggas, they wanna do crime, but they don't wanna do time. What part of the game is you playing? Better take heed what I'm saying. All of this pressure applied, the pressure has been applied. Open the door for the ride, gotta get closer to God. They pop my homie in the head, making sure he ain't survive. Times could get hard with no fad. That's why I'm down on my knees till I elevate. Watch how I stick to my grind, I never get out of line. Bitches, they paying a fine just to come sit by the dime. I'm drippin', I'm not on my prime, out of sight, out of mind. She callin', she all on my line, told her quit sniffing them lines. Watch how I stick to my grind, I never get out of line. Bitches, they paying a fine just to come sit by the dime. I'm drippin', I'm not on my prime, out of sight, out of mind. She callin', she all on my line, told her quit sniffing them lines.
SB Talk Sports, real takes over fake debates. Let's get into it. I am stuck at work. Here we got people out here over 100 something on the TikTok live watching. So obviously, if y'all read the title of the video, I'm doing both on TikTok. Hold on, it working. Same time, trying to do too much at one time. So, man, my camera look terrible here. That's why I like my other camera better. But like I said, the Chicago Bulls are going to end the Lakers' playoff hopes. It's done. It's over with. All Lakers fans, y'all might as well close that door. Patrick Beverley already told y'all that he too small. He too small. Okay? So I want y'all to understand that.
To be the man, you've got to beat the man.
And we do that all the time. I don't know what, like, y'all Lakers fans get confused. And if y'all watching on TikTok over 100 plus, hit that like. But I don't know why y'all Lakers fans get confused and just shocked that we beat y'all. We swept y'all last year. We finna do it again this year. It's not gonna be nothing different. Not gonna be nothing different. Make sure everybody like and share it up. Like and share it up. Like it up. Like it up. Like it up. I don't know. And then I say them tell y'all about the TikTok. What y'all don't understand that we gonna beat y'all again. Playoffs hopes are over with. It's gonna be done with. I dare a Lakers fan to come up here and tell me, give me a reason why y'all gonna beat us. Why? I want a Lakers fan. And same thing on TikTok here. If y'all a Lakers fan, please hit the link. Go to the YouTube. If you because I'm not gonna add people on the TikTok. I'm gonna just add you on the YouTube. So if you don't have 1,000 and you be wanting to come on here and talk, click over to the YouTube. We're gonna get a cracker. Hit that like button as y'all in here. LeBron and AD on get back? No, that's not gonna happen. It's not. I'm letting all y'all know. Salute everybody in the chat. Salute. Then also, what I do want to talk about too, because I got into an argument. It's this girl who be on doing TikTok lives who be talking sports. Named Maria. Shout out her. Give her a follow. She was talking about the top 10 current players, right? And as I'm looking at it, right now, I popped up on the big screen. Giannis, Joker, Embiid, Kevin Durant, Jason Tatum, Steph Curry, Luka, Ja, Devin Booker, and I'm questioning team between Dame, LeBron, SGA, and Sabonis. I think this is a more accurate, better version of the list. Giannis is number one, no question. I think Joker has been balling out, no question about that. Nobody's gonna question Joker. I mean, is we really questioning Joker at 2? Joel Embiid lead the league in scoring again. I think Kevin Durant, when he's healthy, one of the best players in the league. Jason Tatum, one of the best players in the league, got his team at a high seeding. I don't see no. I think that's the top 5. Steph Curry at 6. I dropped Luka at 7. I know everybody want me to say it's crazy how you got Luka all the way down from that point, but I had to think about it, like, you can't be a top 5 player, and it's just my logic, and I'm gonna stand on it. So I don't believe that you can be a top 5 player and you can't get your team into the playoffs. It's certain games that go through a season where you can actually win games on your own. You know how many gimme games you get with teams that tanking like the Spurs, like the Rockets, especially if they're in your conference. Come on, bro. You gotta be deal with the play-in as an add-on. What is out the way of my face? With the play-in as an add-on, y'all can't tell me that. Come on, how you gonna be? I feel like you should be labeled a top 10 player if you can't make the playoffs. With how they made it easier to make the playoffs, and you got a good team. Oh, my cousin, I'm on live, cuz you can't call me while I'm on live. I'm gonna call you back. It might end the live. I'm gonna call you back, cuz if you watching, I'm gonna call you back, cuz it's gonna end the live. I'm live on this one. I'm live on TikTok too. But yeah, Dame Lillard top 10. I'm not mad at Dame Lillard being top 10. Salute. If I'm gonna talk about Wyatt Ripley, I don't know. if I'm gonna talk about Ryan Ridley. Yeah, no, I agree on that. We can't be messing around like how we did with the Clippers. But the Clippers is a better team than the Lakers and the Bulls, but they just don't play like it. It's their stars' fault. It's their stars' fault. It's 100% their stars' fault. They play trash. And to be honest,
if there's one thing I can't stand, it's a sorry.
It's what I can't stand stars who get everything they want and don't do their job. They don't. Kawhi Leonard barely plays. Kawhi Leonard don't even play defense no more, to be honest. So I cannot put him even in the conversation. The Clippers have a championship caliber team, and their roster is super deep. They got a super deep roster for no reason. For no reason. I don't understand why. I don't understand why. I don't. And also, I really don't. Let me see if I flip my camera over for the TikTok too. And I'm gonna put this up here. Give me a second, TikTok. I just hear like, give me a second, y'all. I be hating this, bro. Effect. No. Wait, gotta flip my camera. Give me a second. There go, flip. Effect. Green screen. Okay. Now where I go? Oh, I'll put the green screen for me. Oh, stupid. There you go. Okay, boom. Now move that over. I'm sorry. I'm doing TikTok at the same time. My bad. Had to jump through a couple loops. But like I was saying, the current players, I don't in that 10 spot, that's what my questions are. I'm putting it up on YouTube too. My 10 spot is questioned. I'm dead serious and I'm questioning that because who go put I don't think LeBron is top 10, bro. I don't. What about LeBron now telling me that he's a top 10 player? He's hurt, he's older, he don't impact the game as he did before. What about LeBron is telling me that he's still a top 10 player? Now, I'm gonna let the leeway go with the top with not making playoffs, but and when I'm dropping Luka to 7, and I'm standing on what my logic, my criteria, my logic of you being a top 5 player, if you can't get in the playoffs with the extra play-in games, I'm not putting you top 5. Luka not top 5. Man just came from the Western Conference Finals not too long ago. Now he acted so it's his Kyrie fault, and we're gonna let Luka get a pass. Luka get a pass, right? Because if that was Bron, KD, Giannis, Tatum, Curry, they'll crucify him. Don't get him nobody. They not gonna blame no Klay Thompson. They not gonna blame the secondary guy with LeBron, KD. Come on, bro. No, it gotta be on the guy. Yo, what up? What up, Hoop Dream, Gideon, salute, Chris B, salute. Kevin Berger, Kev, my boy Berger. What's up, D John? No, I have to, bro. Kevin Durant, because I think Kevin Durant is the best player in the league when he's healthy. Yeah, of course he missed a lot of games, but you could say that for a lot of Joel Embiid too. But he's still a dominant figure. So I have to put him there. But with Luka, my other problem with Luka, if he don't have the ball in his hands, what he worth? He's not good. He's not good off ball at all. He don't play no defense. I feel like everybody pointing the finger at Kyrie. Y'all need to point the finger at Luka Doncic. That's just me. If you ask me. And Kev, I agree with this too about Kevin Durant has been hurt, but you can say the same thing for Steph Curry. He missed just as many amount of games. He is. So even if I drop Kevin Durant, I'll put Tatum at 4. I'm fine with that. But Luka has to drop. I can't put Ja Book over them. And I'm only dropping Luka because of recently they've been losing. If he was still in the playoff position he was, Luka would be at probably my 4 or 5 spot. because he plays like it. But if all you bring is one value to the ball of the court, I'm good. Nah, G, I'm not gonna say that. Luka a superstar. We ain't gonna do that. Luka, G Money. I'm sorry, G Money. Luka is a superstar for sure. Luka is a superstar for sure. We're not gonna lie about that. We ain't gonna lie about that at all. We ain't gotta lie. Yeah, so I'm gonna drop the link in here too for everybody who's watching on the TikTok. Make sure I hit that like button. My thing went down on TikTok. But if you want to join the live TikTok, I'm gonna drop the link on my YouTube. So go to SBTALKSPORTS or look that up. Wait, is it my? I just thought about it. Is this behind? Oh, of course. That's why I looked it so behind. I'm gonna definitely drop. Just give me a second. I'm gonna drop link. Camera flip effect. Take that off. Camera. Oh, my background. Hey, the radio not loud, is it? So everybody who want to drive, who want to join the live, I'm using a program called EV Shout out EV Mux. From what I have learned with my experience of using this, you will have a better experience or the live stream service if you use your laptop over your phone. You can try coming in here with your phone. I don't know if you're gonna stay in that long, but we're gonna see. Live panel all night, man. I'm staying live. I don't get out to 5 in the morning, y'all. So I got stuck at work, and yeah. So if y'all want to join, link right there, man. Link drop. But I will recommend. I'm gonna say it again. I will recommend for you to use your laptop over your phone. Is more compatible. Shout out everybody. I don't know why I'm at a Kick, TikTok. We live on Kick, TikTok, Twitch, everything. Hit that like button. Everybody on TikTok, spam that like button on the TikTok, man. Spam that like button. Spam it up. 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 Wait, try not to spam it right. That's what's going. It's all don't worry about it. Okay, cool. We got your goat in the building. We got my boy G Money in the building.
Bacon and bacon, bro. What's going on?
We got Sean in the building. What's going on? What's going on, fellas? So my whole purposes of the first part that we're gonna do is I said the Bulls gonna end the Lakers playoff hopes. I think so, and the history is gonna repeat itself again. I still do this a little bit. I gotta still do my job a little bit, but I think we're gonna get the job done on the Lakers. And then when I was looking back, because I was on TikTok, and it was like a top 10 player list currently. Shout out my boy Berg Squad. What's up, Burger? What's going on?
Man?
Hey, what's going on, G? How you doing? How are the kids doing? How are the daughters doing?
They
What's
doing
going on,
their
man? Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you guys. What's up?
Smash those likes for my man SB. Smash those likes, man.
Smash them up. But so then I went back. So I went back and looked at her live, right? And I seen that she had Kevin Durant. I mean, not Kevin Durant. LeBron at 2, and I'm like, oh, LeBron.
Who is this?
This was somebody on TikTok. You know, I'll be on TikTok heavy. So here, LeBron at 2. So I did a revised version of the list, and I'm looking at it. And like Kevin, I do agree with you what you're saying about KD and him being injured. I agree with that. That's perfectly fine. Because then I can move Tatum up. I have no problem with that. But I drop Luka because I feel like you cannot be a top 5 player and you can't get your team in the playoffs with the play-in being added on to that.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah. So
and Luka's worth absolutely nothing on the defensive end of the floor. He's literally worth nothing on the defensive end of the floor.
And also, Luka's a streaky 3-point shooter too. He's very inconsistent from threes too. He's hot and cold from 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. But any top, which one y'all want to hit on first? Y'all want to talk about the Bulls or the Lakers, or you want to talk about who y'all got as the top 5 players and what y'all think about that?
Shaq, did you? Oh, sorry, guys. Sorry.
Anybody go first? We go. You go first. Which one? Which one you want to talk about? But
did you guys see that Joel Embiid said in an interview that he thinks himself as the best center to ever play the game?
I mean, he wrong, but I'm not mad at him for saying that.
Hey,
I love
I am.
Joel
I
Embiid,
love
but
the
I don't
confidence.
respect that. I love Joel Embiid, and he has every right to believe what he wants, but I don't respect that belief. I mean, come on, man. Like, look, Joel Embiid's a great player. He's an athletic freak. He can jab step, has a nice mid-range pull up. He has a baseline shot. He can post up in the block. He's a great defender.
Oh yeah, he can
Great
go
shot
inside,
blocker.
outside for sure.
you can do
Exactly. He
everything,
can
bro.
pass. He's a great player. But saying you're the best center is a slap in the face towards guys like Akeem, Bo Russell. I mean, come on, man. Go
Wilt,
Shaq,
Shaq. I
Will.
mean,
Yeah.
just
Come on, man. Like
Patrick Ewing, Moses
Pat Ewing,
Malone.
Kareem. Come on. Look, I mean, Embiid's a great player. He's a great player. He's an MVP caliber player. But he's
Right.
not the best center ever. Nah, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, like I don't have. I feel like you have to have confidence to be an NBA player.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't have a problem him saying, you know what, I think I'm the best center right now. Even with Jokic playing so well, I feel like
Yeah.
you can have confidence, but like that saying I'm the best center of all time
That's
as you
disrespectful.
said, it's disrespectful to all the greats past. And so, I mean, I don't have a problem with confidence, but to me that's sort of delusion where you just think you're
And wrong.
the best and wrong. Yeah.
Can I just say something really quickly?
Go ahead, Sean.
Yeah.
Have y'all noticed the correlation with the emergence of hip hop and how guys in hip hop say they're the best to ever do it, and how guys who come up in that age who are now professional athletes like to say they're the best that has ever done it?
Yeah.
That you rarely have ever heard guys of a previous generation talk about how great they are, or how they're the best ever, they're the GOAT, or any of this other stuff. I think it's just because of the age we're in, where now media is everything and narrative is everything. These guys say this stuff, even if it's nowhere near true.
Don't wear me true. Super cap.
So.
Yep.
Oh, sorry.
We don't even know if Embiid's the best center in the league today.
Yeah.
I don't
Yep.
think he is.
Nah, I personally don't think he is, but I mean, yeah.
You know, I mean, he's in the conversation, obviously.
Definitely,
Of
most
course.
definitely.
Definitely.
Top 3 at his position easily, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's top 2 center in the league. Top 2
Oh yeah,
center in the
oh yeah.
league.
It's him and Joker are 1 or 2. I guess you could say interchangeably, but I guess my question is, you guys, who do you, if you guys were asked, who would your I'm not gonna say pick one, because I mean there's so many great ones. Top 3 centers ever.
If that's just top 3 centers ever, I'm gonna say Kareem. For me, Kareem, Will. Man, this is tough for me. Kareem, Will, and I'm gonna say either Shaq or Akeem for me. One of those guys. It's tough.
Okay, go ahead, Sean. I think you was finna go. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's Kareem, Wilt, Bill Russell.
Okay.
No disrespect to Shaq, but if I look at Shaq's career, I don't even know if Shaq is a top 5 center technically. If you put depending on where you put Moses Malone.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I mean Moses Malone is another one that's very underrated, because a lot of people don't count his ABA stats. Where if you counted his ABA stats and NBA stats, he would probably be known as the best big man ever, arguably the best big man ever.
Yep.
Right. And generally, a 3-time MVP is likely top 5 in their position all the time. And Moses Malone is the most disrespected 3-time MVP in NBA history.
Agreed.
So I don't know. I think Shaq and Moses Malone may be interchangeable at 5, but it's Kareem, Wilt, and Bill Russell.
Go ahead. Go. Who your top 3 centers? Go.
Mine is Kareem, Bill, and I'm very close with Shaq. Kareem, Wilt, and I'm very close with Bill or Shaq. But right now, judging off of everything, I will probably go Bill Russell.
For me, if I'm going off, especially like my order of my top 10, it's Kareem, Shaq. Then I think I got Bill over Will. I think it's Kareem, Shaq, and Bill.
Good top 3. Nice.
Okay.
I got Shaq, Kareem in my top 5. That's just me personally.
Well, speaking of delusion, The Warriors right now are getting spanked by the Pelicans on TNT, though. Want to throw it out there, though. Think about this, though. Did you know if the Pelicans beat the Warriors tonight, the Kings will clinch a playoff spot for the first time since 2006?
That's
Just a
tough.
Shaq, what did I tell you about a year ago about that man playing in Sacramento? What did I tell you about that man from Kentucky?
And this guy SB. Well, I don't care about the Kings until they prove
Do
to
something
me
in the
something.
playoffs. I still
don't
say
care.
that.
Well,
He didn't say
SB,
that.
come April 15th. Well, SB,
No, I mean, I understand your
My
point.
stance not gonna change.
No. I
Well-
understand your point about the Kings, but you're just, bro. Come on, SB. Like,
I mean, look, brother, they haven't made.
we're gonna see them come April 15, April 16. You better get your track shoes on. We're gonna see those Kings run. Come April 15, April
Hey, look.
16.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna have to make a TikTok or a video about this. I done seen a lot of teams look good in the regular season, especially on the offensive side of the ball, and then come to the playoffs and choke like
Oh,
Atlanta
yeah,
Hawks.
no,
Yeah, but they struggle in
absolutely.
the half court. That's true. Sacramento, they're struggling in the half court though,
And
they
that's
do
all
struggle.
playoff basketball is.
That's true. And the Kings, even though they're a good 3-point shooter team, if they play a team like Minnesota is a team that does guard a perimeter very well. Did you know that the Timberwolves hold the Kings to under 10 threes 3 times this year? If you're the Kings, you don't want to play the T-Wolves in the first round.
Well, the other thing is too is that I mean, especially in playoff basketball, I mean, with probably I'd say the exception of Steph Curry's Golden State Warriors, if teams that live and die by the 3-point shot have not done well in the playoffs because
And the Warriors
I mean,
even have mid-range shots too. And the Warriors use the
exactly,
mid-range
and
too.
Shaq, it's as you just said, is that teams actually play defense. The teams that go far in the playoffs are ones that are able to play
Play
defense when
defense
they
and play
have
good
to.
offense and good offense too. And had a good offense too.
And if that 3-point shot ain't falling, what are you gonna do? Because I mean, look at this is probably like what 5 years ago now when you had James Harden putting up MVP like numbers down in Houston. I mean, James Harden was the best point guard of the year in the NBA that year because he led the league in scoring and assists. But the Rockets couldn't hit a 3-point shot to save their lives. And look what happened. They got the ass whooped.
They didn't use the mid-range game. They didn't use the pick and pop. They didn't use the screen roll. To win championships, you need defense and a good offense. You need a competent offense, the mid-range, and you need to, slow the game down. You're not gonna win with just shooting jump shots. You gotta use the mid-range, use your size, slow the game down, and get to the free throw line. What killed the Rockets? What killed the Rockets and the old Phoenix Suns and teams like that, they just kept shooting jump shots, didn't use their size, and that's what pretty much bit them in the butt.
And what was
Shaq,
And the Brooklyn Nets too with KD. And Kyrie.
What you think about the Kings? I want to hear it because I think you think like I'm thinking. Today showed me I ain't believing.
I think they're a good team, but I think they're a piece away from being a real contender. I don't like Sabonis playing the center.
Agreed.
Too small.
I agree.
Agreed.
I think they need like a Mitchell Robinson type to go
Agreed.
alongside Sabonis, and also I think Keegan Murray. I like Keegan Murray a lot.
I like Keegan Murray too.
Me too.
I think
Trey
next year.
wow, I forgot Trey Lyles is on that team out there.
He's going to be better next year. But to me, their biggest issue is what you guys said. They don't have one guy who gets stops, particularly on the perimeter. And in the
link is on
playoffs,
YouTube.
The best guy is Harrison Barnes from the perimeter.
Yeah.
And
I got you, G-Man. I like you.
You know, and we know we've seen Harrison Barnes in the playoffs before. We know what he does in the playoffs.
Nothing.
Yeah,
Inconsistent as
A
hell.
whole lot of jack.
yeah. So
Yeah.
it's now that said, I think if they get the right matchup in the first round, I think.
They can win. They can win a first round. I'd say it had to go to at least 6 games.
Yeah, but I think they're and to be honest, for a team that hasn't made the playoffs since 2006, making the playoffs as the second
Enough.
Good for them.
is a huge
Absolutely.
Good for them.
They're the 3 seed right now. And another thing too, I'm sorry for interrupting too. If Sacramento wants to go far in the playoffs, like you said, rebound the ball. Also, what the Kings need to do, they gotta watch out for the double team, especially when it comes to De'Aaron Fox and Sabonis, because they're gonna try double teams.
Yeah.
Sabonis really more at the baseline, and De'Aaron
Yeah.
Fox at the top of the key.
Well,
So they gotta
see,
watch out for that too.
I remember the Raptors that were double teaming Sabonis. They were getting a
Yep.
lot of steals. Just they shut him down, and that's what caused the
Yep.
Raptors to get. I think they got 2 wins, but the game I watched, they got the win that night, and they were just destroying Sabonis, stealing him. So
Well, and the thing is too is that I mean that is a type of matchup then where someone like Malik Monk has got to step up, because I feel like he landed in a good situation. Charlotte was not a very good spot for him, just for whatever reason. Didn't sound like he was fitting in well. I think having De'Aaron Fox and Sabonis there takes a lot of pressure off of him. But I mean that's a type of environment where someone like him, you got to step up, because he still was, what is he, top 8 first round? Like he was like top 8. I think he was like what, top 8, top 7, something like that. So
Give me some time, please.
Yeah. And I think too, they've gotten decent production between him and Herter.
Yeah, he was the 11th pick. Malik Monk was the 11th pick in the
11
first
pick.
round,
Okay, so he was
2017
top
draft.
12.
Yeah. I mean, he was a lottery
They
pick.
play like it, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, but they've got decent production with the combination of him and Herter, particularly offensively. But again, it playoffs comes down to you have, I don't know what the numbers are, but let's say you get roughly 10 less possessions in playoff games.
That's huge.
That's huge if you can't get stops. And I think these guys, those guys are going to have to find a way to get particularly key stops. Those
True.
teams and those Houston teams, they weren't great defensively in the regular season, but they did manage to get key stops from time to time.
God, they are bad.
Sacramento's good enough to do that.
Right.
Yeah,
and,
guys,
and
I'm looking-
speaking
I'm looking-
against stops, Warriors against stops down runs, not to put within 9, not to be down 20 to the Pelicans.
Wow, I didn't realize how bad. The Kings are ranked 26th in the league in defensive rating.
Yeah.
But here's what's
Oh.
crazy. They're one of the best transition defenses too.
Best offensive teams in the league. Yeah, they go.
They are the best offensive league in the team. If you're going by like offensive rating, like they are the best team in the offense.
But if you actually check the
league.
transition defense, it's actually decent. The transition defense.
yeah, but what faults them is their ability to get stops in the perimeter, which is why I mean the Kings they're a great team. I mean they're a good team. I feel like they can get past
Solid.
the first round. They're a solid team, but their defense is what really worries me. And teams,
Yeah.
and
And rebounding.
and rebound, and teams that can really double Fox and really know how to double Sabonis. I feel like that'll
Yep.
worsen their chances a lot. So
Yeah.
Agreed. But a team that needs offense in the playoffs, Miami. The
Oh,
Miami Heat
yeah.
need
Yeah.
offense.
I think it's over with
needs
Miami though.
offense.
no, I saw it tonight where they played against the Raptors. They got
I think they went
like
up
their
close.
offense was bad.
I mean, Shaq, did you see what was it, like 2-3 nights ago? The Bulls damn near ran them off the court.
Yeah, but I think with the Heat, I just think that window closed, and with the team they got, I don't think they should get rid of Jimmy Butler, but they gotta just build another.
Gotta
core.
do something.
Yeah.
Agreed. They need a point. They need a point guard.
guard.
Kyle Lowry's getting old. To me, they need a backup 5. They need a bench. I mean, Jimmy Butler didn't play this game, but I mean, I don't want. Also,
They
the
have
problem
no
with the-
bench.
They have
Yeah.
no bench. They have no big man. I mean, we talk about defense, and defense wins championships, but so does offense. Offense wins championships too.
Offense
I
too.
mean, what killed Miami last year, they didn't have shooting. I know they're number 1 in 3-point shooting, but where is their 3-point shooting in the playoffs? Nowhere to be found.
Nowhere at all.
I mean, they didn't have shot creator other than Jimmy Butler and a little bit of Oladipo, but Oladipo's been out of rotation for the most part. He was in the rotation this game because Butler's out. I mean, they don't really attack the rack at all. Bam Adebayo was ineffective in this game against Toronto. I mean, they have New York tomorrow. They're trying to catch New York for 5th. I mean, Brooklyn's trying to hold them off for 6th. I mean, Miami just needs to get younger. They need shot creators on that team, man, and rebounding, man.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm the only one. I'm the resident Miami Heat fan on this panel, so I can speak very, very clearly about the Heat. 2 things. Number one, the team has no identity, and that's not something you said about the Miami Heat in the last 15 years. The Heat have always had something.
Doesn't happen with the Pat Riley team.
Yeah, this team has no identity whatsoever. I think the second thing is that when you put all your chips in the basket of Kyle Lowry, and
That's crazy.
that basket is overweight, out of shape, and does
Yeah.
not play.
He's a grandpa to this point.
Yeah, it's literally. This is literally, and no disrespect, this is literally like watching Kobe the last 2 years with the Lakers.
Oh,
Oh.
That must be tough. Yeah.
It's that bad.
Would I'm sorry, Sean. Would you guys? I wanted this thought as you were talking just popped into my head. I want to see what all you guys think. Is this Miami team like kind of in a similar situation to what we saw when the Celtics pulled off the heist of the century with the Nets, where the Nets went all in with Brooke Lopez, Darren Williams, an aging Paul Pierce, and an aging Kevin Garnett.
Oh,
Thinking
that
that they
trade.
have guys with championship caliber experience, that this is the piece, these are the guys we need, and we're gonna have a veteran group that's gonna get us to a championship now, and it's just not happening. Is that a fair comparison, or am I just like grasping at straws here?
You can say that. I can see where you're coming from. You can say that. I can see where you're coming from there because you can say that because both teams are virtually on their last legs. Like what SB said, both teams were trying to get one more chip, run another chip in there, but they really haven't cracked the code as of late. Both have Hall of Fame head coaches at the time with Celtics, Doc Rivers, the Heat, Eric Spoelstra. But both at that time with the C's back in 2013 when Rondo also tore his ACL against the Hawks, don't forget, in the regular season, that's why you know what I'm trying to say though.
Yeah.
He didn't play in the first round against the Knicks. They just lacked the point guard against New York in the first round. They didn't have a bench. Jason Terry was terrible that year. At all in that series.
yeah,
And released this Heat team. This Heat team just has no real shot creators. Tyler Hero, I know he scored 30+ points in this game, but he didn't have an impact in this game. It's the eye test. He wasn't impactful in this game. I'm sorry. He really has been impactful all season. I'm sorry.
the only comparison I can say about that Heat team and that Nets team, I don't think this Heat team only got the star power enough to even be compared to them. But it's just like I think this is a team that highly overachieved. Even though Sean, like you said, you can honestly admit that y'all highly overachieved, and now it's like they worn out. And I believe the problem that the Heat did that I kind of didn't like, they kind of settled instead of just seeing that how good this team was. They should have improved on top of it more. But
Wait,
but
what?
Huh?
Kevin Love's on the Heat?
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
on Miami. Yeah.
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 He played horrible tonight.
Now, don't get me wrong. With the Tyler Hero experiment and Duncan Robinson, I think what the Heat messed up in
Yeah,
was
what
by giving
the hell happened to Duncan Robinson?
Yeah.
Jesus.
They don't
He's
play
been
him
horrible
one.
this season.
Well, I mean, I think what happened to Duncan Robinson is the league caught up and he's not improved. You know, they understand when he's coming off pin downs and those down screens, what he's in the game to do. And these teams blitz him, and if he can't get a shot off, he has no effectiveness whatsoever offensively. They literally target him defensively in high screen and roll every single time. So he's ineffective. Tyler Hero, he's Jordan Poole with a better haircut.
He's sneaky as hell, man.
Hey, and he's not. It doesn't seem like he's as big of a simp either.
Right, yeah. And and he's a guy that he still makes rookie mistakes in his fourth year. I think to me the biggest issue is roster construction. The moment the Heat got Jimmy Butler, when Bam Adebayo was kind of starting to become a little bit of a rising star, it changed the timeline for that team because of where Jimmy Butler is in his career. And to Shaq's point, when they overachieved and got to the finals in the bubble, everybody's like, wait a minute, Miami might actually have something. We lose Jay Crowder. We lose Goran Dragic.
Myers Leonard was big. Iguodala.
Myers Leonard was big. We lose
Iggy.
Yep.
And the next
Kendrick
year
Nunn.
we get swept by.
Oh yeah, that was.
Yeah.
Shaq, I think you and I were doing a show when we found out that that they let Kendrick Nunn walk. And I think we both just said, we were like, what are y'all doing right now?
Well, I mean, Kendrick Nunn has played more minutes than maybe Zion Williamson,
Well, okay, to be fair, I think all of us have damn near played almost as many
Yeah.
minutes as Zion Williamson.
Yeah,
So
so
that ain't saying much.
yeah, so
Yeah.
it seems like they might have been right letting Kendrick Nunn go, but I think the central point is that you can only overachieve so much. At a certain point, it's got to be, did you go out and get the right talent? I know I got some people kind of on the inside. They did inquire on Donovan Mitchell this past offseason. They've kept tabs on Bradley Beal. They've kept tabs on Damian Lillard. They did try to make some moves at the deadline, but every team wanted first round picks, which the Heat weren't willing to give up just to move Duncan Robinson's contract.
Yep.
Which I agree with. I
Yeah.
don't think attaching first round picks to move a bad contract. Deal with it in the off season, if possible. So I just think the roster construction is the biggest issue, with this team, particularly where Jimmy is versus where Bam is at this point in his career.
And Duncan Robinson, I mean, depending on where the Heat finish up in the draft and stuff like that, they might have a better shot to try to move some of those bad contracts on draft night. If there's like a team that's sitting in the late 20s or something like that, that's desperately trying to get back up more towards the middle of the draft, they might be able to talk someone into, hey, take Duncan Robinson and a second round pick or something like that, and you guys can move up to wherever the hell it is they want to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, no, go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm saying one here. Go ahead. Go.
I was just saying, like, I mean, Sean is right. I feel like you guys have talented players in Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, but when you have these talented players and not build a good team around them, a good team meaning a bench, veteran players you can rely on, you're not going to be very successful in the playoffs or in the season in general. It has happened to my team before, the Pistons, who I don't even want to talk about them because they're so trash. It's happened before where we had talented players, but we had no bench, no veteran leadership. So, yeah.
No, yeah, you hit it right on the head. And then when you look at the teams, and I'm glad that you brought up Dame. But one thing I too want to say is I was watching the All-American game, and when I was saying,
I'll be right back.
I think go ahead, Kev.
I'll be right back.
Okay, I think as the more and more I look at Bronny, I think he can, and he might make the playoffs. I mean, make the playoffs, the NBA. Because all you really need nowadays is to have a good jumper, be great defensive. But I think for him to improve to the next level, and what's hurting him to actually achieve to be a great and talented NBA player and have a long career, is that the time frame of trying to play with his pops, and he needs to develop his ball handling skill to become a legit playmaker because of his size at 6'3". But I think he improved his jump shot. He's a great defender. So I think he'd be good. And then you talk about like people like that with teams that need to fit and certain players, and that's going to help coming into the draft day when you see all these are trying to do two things at once. But thinking about players like that coming into the draft, and I'm like, he might need to go young, maybe, because maybe trying to get rid of. I don't see no move that he can make, because now my point. I just want to say that Bronny thing, because now it's like, okay, now Dame Lillard is disgruntled. Like now with the Heat, and you see how your team look, do you still really make that move, or do you give all the pieces you got? Because you don't trade for a guy like a Dame Lillard if you're not championship competitive, or you don't want to go get Dame, who's happy in Portland, and you take him to Miami in a situation where he's not going to be happy because he's not winning, at least. Because
that's a good point. Dame is getting old. And Dame is getting old. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's interesting that you say that, Shaq, because I think two things about Dame. I think Dame is in this Kevin Garnett, Minnesota situation right now.
Great player, but cannot carry a team to a title.
Yeah, and it's I've been there 12, 13 years. I'm not getting any younger. The organization hasn't come to him and said, "Hey, we want to rebuild. Where would you like to go?" Yet.
It's coming though.
I think they're going to have those conversations this off season. And
he has to.
They have to.
He's a number 2 on a title team. He's a great player, but he's more of a number 2 on a title team for me.
Yeah, I think you can win with 2 number 2s on a title team as long as the requisite pieces around them fit.
Yeah.
Which is what the Blazers haven't been doing. The Blazers, they haven't rebuilt. All they've done is retooling the roster, and they haven't done it in the correct way, building a team around Damian Lillard, who I agree, I don't think he's a type of guy to carry a team to the finals, but he definitely has talent, and I feel like he's been utilized the wrong way.
Well, and see, that's the biggest problem, guys, is that Jack, again, I know you and I have talked. You and I, when we used to do our radio show, you and I talked about this all the way back then, and this is like 3-4 years ago now. They waited 2 years too late to get rid of CJ McCollum.
Agreed.
Because CJ McCollum, you
you
could have gotten multiple first-round picks and a couple solid players off the bench to come off the bench for you for CJ McCollum, and they didn't want to do it because they're like,
2019 was their best chance to go to the finals.
Because here they were thinking of that, look at Steph and Clay. We have CJ and Dame, who, like, statistically wise, were even better offensively than Steph and Clay were. The problem is that the Warriors could play defense, and the Blazers have never been able to play any defense.
Here's what's actually crazy about that series. If you look at that series, right, in 2019, the Warriors bench was terrible in that
Trash.
year. The Warriors bench was 28th in that year. The Warriors bench was 28th, right? Portland was up 17 in game 2, 8 with 4 minutes to go and lost. Game 3, Portland was up 18, lost. Game 4, Portland was up 17 in the third, 11 in the fourth quarter and lost. There is no excuse for Portland to not get to the NBA Finals that year, in my opinion, in 2019.
Because the thing is, they would have gotten out of that round. They would have gone to the finals.
They would have gone to the NBA Finals. Think about this. Remember the Clippers with Lou Will and Montrezl Gallinari, Landry Shamet took that Warriors team with a healthy KD to 6 games?
Yeah.
In my opinion, I know, but what I'm saying is that Durant didn't play against Portland. That's what I'm saying. And remember, Boogie was injured, and Iggy didn't play in game 4. So in my opinion, Portland that year matched well with Golden State that year in 2019 without Kevin Durant and Iggy being hurt. And like I said, Clay played bad in that series offensively. And like I said, Portland was up big every game other than game 1. You had a chance to beat them that year.
Yeah, the only reason that Golden State was able to come back in those games, I mean, well, Steph Curry was
Damian Seager was terrible in that series. Both Damian Seager were bad in that series.
Steph was being Steph, and then also that was the season that Draymond was going crazy.
He was amazing
in that series. He was going crazy in that playoffs. And guys, and G Money, that's an awesome comparison because that single year, this is what I would say that first year, the first year with the Derrick Rose Bulls versus the Miami Heat, versus the first year when LeBron and Chris Bosh met up with Dwayne Wade in Miami. And Derrick Rose does not get hurt. That season, just that season, Bulls get to the NBA Finals.
We don't know that. It's a hypothetical. I don't want to go.
I know, and again, it's a hypothetical that we could talk about for hours.
But I don't know. I wish, in my dream world, I wish. BRB, I gotta use the bathroom.
It's all right.
Y'all keep chopping it up.
Don't get lost.
2019, Portland should have went to the NBA Finals.
Trust me, I ain't going nowhere, bro. I'll get off the foul in the morning, bro. I ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, but 2019, Warriors being injured, no Kevin Durant, DeMarcus Cousins being hurt, Iggy missing game 4. Remember, the Clippers, who were an 8th seed, took that same team with a healthy KD to 6 games.
That was a great series.
And I want to throw it out there. Did you know the Clippers were down 31 in Golden State in game 2, 1 in Oracle Arena? And did you know in game 5, the Clippers also won in Oracle Arena? Look,
I was so happy.
Right. I understand how great the Warriors were, but they were not unbeatable. They were not.
No,
they were not unbeatable.
No team is.
Exactly. That's why I don't give Dame and CJ pass losing that series in 2019. I don't.
No, they shouldn't get a pass. No team that is
you got swept.
I got a question. I got a question. So if the Blazers did beat the Golden State Warriors in the conference finals, who would win between the Raptors? Was that
the Western Conference final, or was that the second round?
That was the Western Conference.
Was that the year too that Who was that the year that the Golden State played the Grizzlies and the Grizzlies took them to Game 7?
No. They lost to Toronto. In 6 in the NBA Finals, 2019. Those are Toronto.
I was talking about.
First
They
round was
never
against
seen
the
them make the playoffs
Clippers.
that year.
No, first
Never
round
seen
was
them make
against the
the playoffs that year.
Clippers. Second
First
round,
round,
was it against the Rockets?
yeah, against the Rockies, yeah.
And
okay.
then they played against the Blazers, and then they played against the Raptors.
Raptors.
Yeah, then gets the
If I
Raptors.
would have to guess, I think Toronto would have beaten Portland. If I would have to guess, again, we will never truly know. But
Yeah.
if I would have to guess, I think Toronto would have beaten Portland.
Mhm.
But who knows? Maybe Portland could have won that series. We will never know. I'm just saying that Portland had a chance to beat that team
absolutely.
without Durant and without Boogie. Yes, I know Nurkic was injured. I know Yusuf Nurkic is injured. I get that. But I don't give a flying FECK because remember, in 2018, remember the Pelicans who were the 6th seed without DeMarcus Cousins swept that same Blazers team with Nurkic healthy?
Yep.
I love Damian Lillard.
I did.
I love Dame Dollar. Dame's a great player. Dame's a great player, but he's had some meltdowns in the playoffs. The dude shoots 41% in the playoffs. I love Dame, but Dame's had some meltdowns in the playoffs. He shoots 41% in the playoffs. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he shot 30. Yeah.
It's like Damian Lillard is a great player. I love him as a player, but in the playoffs he just doesn't convince me enough. So
exactly. He shoots 42% elimination games.
Is guys, and this is I don't want it to get too off track, but do you guys believe Damian Lillard is a top 570 player in NBA history?
No.
When that list first came out, I was shocked is putting it lightly.
Great player, but not top 75. Great player, but not top 75.
No. My take on it is, I wouldn't be mad if you could say he's a top 75 player, and I wouldn't be mad if you said he was not. But him being above Dwight Howard, blasphemous. Like blasphemous.
And
disrespectful.
And that's what I said too. Is I'm like, so you're gonna have him over a guy who is an 8-time All-Star, 5-time first-team All-NBA, 5-time first-team All-NBA defense, 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, and an NBA champion.
Yeah, I got a question. This is my question in the double back for all y'all. Y'all go one at a time to see what y'all answer is. Who would you take off first for Dwight? Would you take off Dame or would you take off AD?
What to put Dame in there?
I would take off AD first.
AD by far. If I had to put him, put AD by far. Dwight Howard's a man-child, man. Great defender, athletic freak. He was an underrated passer as a big. Can post. My only thing with Dwight Howard, his post-ups were spotty sometimes. And Dwight was a great player, but sometimes he lacked heart here and there with Dwight. Sometimes he lacked this. But Dwight was a great player, man. He carried the Magic to the finals in 2009, carried them to the conference final in 2010. But the thing with Dwight that boggled me, he was a great player, but the thing with Dwight was this heart sometimes. But if I had to choose, I would choose. If I had to choose a player that I would replace Dame with to put him in the top 75 would be AD.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I would. I second that. I would take AD off and Shaq for the simple reason that it's the same thing I said with the thing why I said Kevin Durant. I don't know if he's a top 5 player in the league. Is because Anthony Davis, for all the skill, for all the
talent,
all the physical traits that he has, he cannot stay on the floor. And
He's
what have you and
inconsistent
Shaq? What have you and I said? One of the best traits of an athlete is availability. And if you ain't available, you're useless to me. I'm sorry. I don't care how great you are. If you cannot play, you are useless to me.
Your best ability is your availability.
Which is also, guys, and I realize this has taken a huge step. I don't know if I would consider Grant Hill or Tracy McGrady top 75 all time. Do I know how great they were talent-wise? Yes, but the whole thing, it's the same argument I have with football when it comes to someone like Terrell Davis being a Hall of Famer, is that I don't know if the prime was long enough to justify them being considered one of the best to ever play their sport.
Yeah, I don't think they made it.
Yes, they did.
No, not what? I know T-Mac didn't make it for sure.
Grant Hill did.
No, Grant Hill didn't make it.
If Grant Hill made it, listen. If Grant Hill made it, even though I'm a Pistons fan, he's not. He doesn't deserve to be.
He didn't make it. Boy, it'd have been a riot.
Okay, I'm probably thinking just of Grant Hill being in the Hall of Fame. Then.
No, the conversation me and you had was about them being first ballot Hall of Famers is him and T-Mac was instantly first ballot Hall of Famers.
No.
That's the conversation we had. But,
and I love me some T-Mac. T-Mac was a high flyer, had a beautiful mid-range shot. My only thing with T-Mac, the dude was a playoff choke artist. I love me some T-Mac, but the dude was a choke artist in the playoffs, man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. The dude never won a playoff series until he literally went to the Spurs in 2013, his last year.
Now he won one with the Rockets.
No,
No, he didn't.
No, he did not.
No.
No, he did not.
Wait, he never. No, wait.
No,
Y'all never won.
Hey,
Y'all never won a playoff
SB.
series, G.
He never won.
Go ahead.
SB, you remember
No.
that when you had that debate versus True the King about T-Mac over Paul George? I was telling you, bro, you got to bring up T-Mac's. He cannot perform in the playoffs, dude. Like,
Hold on, I'm finna
he's
see
just
right
like,
now. Wait a minute. I know he
T-Mac
won at
was
least
a great
one
player.
playoff series.
yeah.
Wait a minute. Hold on, wait. 02, 03 match. That's when they lost
He
in the
blew,
first
they blew a
round.
3-1 lead. They blew a 3-1 lead.
Yeah.
3-1 lead. That's 3-1 lead year.
Yep.
The Pistons, yeah.
Bro, he what?
Yep.
Never won a series
Yeah,
until
bro.
he joined.
Never won a
Spurs.
series.
Never won
Until he joined the
anything.
Spurs, his last year, 2013.
Hey,
Yeah. Now, well, never
go
mind.
ahead, Sean. Go ahead, Sean.
Never mind. I understand the narrative around that. I do think that's a little overblown at times. Because again, like when they were up 3-1 against the Pistons were the better team. Let's be clear.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Agreed.
He should work by far.
Yeah, like you know,
Think
the
about
fact that he even went 7 games was laughable. But I mean, it's so much about situation. I think the year Houston got to Houston got to the second round. I think he was hurt. He was out.
Yeah, he was hurt. Yeah, he was hurt.
So, you know, if he's there, do they beat the Lakers?
We will never know. So
We'll
we
never
will
know.
never know.
You
Yeah.
know, so I do think it's a little overblown to put it all on one guy. And also, you know, we've seen Doc Rivers in the playoffs outside of 2008.
Yeah. His
So-
playoff resume is poo-poo. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
bad.
So
Overrated.
Yeah,
Can we also talk about how Doc Rivers screwed things up for the Magic because they would have literally landed a prime Tim Duncan who was prepared to leave San Antonio, but you said that Tim Duncan couldn't bring his family on the team flights.
Oh yeah. Oh
was
my
great.
gosh.
You was gonna have him, Prime Tracy McGrady, and Grant Hill. What is the matter with you?
Hey, at that point in time, Tim Duncan had what, like one or two rings at that time?
Yeah.
One ring. One.
This
99.
when Tim
99.
Duncan was like 25.
yeah, Tim Duncan's like 26.
And won a Finals MVP.
Hey, thank God they did that. I say Tim Duncan career, boy. Tim Duncan
Well, I mean,
roll over
Yes,
your grave.
yes.
I mean, if we're being honest, we would have probably seen Orlando versus the Lakers in the finals pretty quickly if that
It's
happened.
a
Maybe.
possibility.
Let's be clear that if Tim Duncan goes to Orlando and Grant Hill, even if Grant Hill isn't healthy, the emergence
You got him and T-Mac? Oh,
T-Mac, the emergence of that is better than the 2001 Sixers that got to the finals.
Oh, yeah, that would've
easily
smacked
better
the-
than those Sixers.
I
Yeah.
think so. I think so.
And
That Sixers team is, if
They're
not
just a defensive
the
team. They're just a
worst,
good
if
defensive
not
team.
the worst, the second worst team to ever make the NBA Finals. The only
make it
team
worse.
the only team that would be in that conversation of like worst team to make an NBA Finals would have been the LeBron Cavs team. that he took.
17,
Yeah,
an average team, average.
But I mean that Sixers team, it was AI, and then the next leading scorer on that team was Dikembe Mutombo
Right.
at 10.2 points.
And
a
he
game.
was a senior citizen at the time.
he was defensive player of the year, and they did have the sixth man of the year, and they did have the coach
Coach
of
of
the year.
the year.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because
Yeah.
Larry Brown just went up to this man, Allen Iverson, and say, okay, we're going to have 4 guys that are going to play defense for you. So don't play defense. You go out and get all the buckets.
Right.
Yeah.
You give it
And also, let's be clear, that 2001 Milwaukee Bucks team got screwed royally in these
Yeah.
finals with the officiating.
Yeah, that was terrible.
It was awful.
Let me see if I can show it, because I don't got
we
two
want to talk
screens
about.
set up.
I mean, they did. The Bucks got screwed. The refs were bad in that series.
I mean,
wanna
you know
see
who
that.
else got screwed was
Kings in 2002.
Oh, the
game
Kings in 2002?
two,
And
but
was
that's
it,
also I know. But another thing too with that series, Sacramento kind of choked that series away. They blew Game 4 when the Kings were
Yeah.
up by 24 in that game when Ori hit the shot, and in Game 7, the Kings was a lot of free throws in Game 7.
was it 2003, guys?
Oh, snap.
San Antonio versus
New Jersey.
no, not San Antonio versus. I'm talking about San Antonio versus Phoenix when there was
2007. That was 2007.
2007 the pushing and the shoving where Amari Stoudemire and Boris Diaw take the one steps onto the court during the quote unquote.
Oh yeah, that was in the
fist
second
fight
round.
ball.
Yeah.
And then that at the time the rule was if you take a step on the court from the bench, you're automatically suspended 1 game. Because in that playoff series, Amari Stoudemire was averaging like 32 and 16.
Amari was a beast.
He was dominating that series. They couldn't stop him.
Hey, look, this is the clip because I'm trying to like play it back and forth because I ain't got my double screen, I got my laptop with me. But so Lamont FYF had NBA player Scott Williams on his team, and this is what he said about Irish. Let me know if y'all can hear it.
Obviously tying with Iverson, which is another
Y'all can hear
great. Milwaukee, actually, and
you call
what?
Iverson NBA great? Worst teammate I ever had. Worst person. He made basketball miserable.
Who?
One of his favorite pastimes was getting hurt late in ball games, so he could feign that injury in practice. The next day or the days following. And when you're watching your team struggle, and you've won, and like I got 3 championships on my fingers. Whatever the case might be, they're laughing and joking. And it ain't funny. It wasn't funny to me then. It still ain't funny to me now. And them dudes didn't get it.
Now, who was he talking about?
Allen Iverson. So look,
So
I don't know where play it again. I gotta switch names. But what I was saying about like the Iverson thing was maybe his leadership, maybe the problem. But I never heard nobody ever talk bad about AI before like that. Like you just said. And y'all talk about the reason, maybe the intangibles why they didn't win the championship. He said that's part of the problem. He said AI was the worst teammate he had. He used to fake injuries just so he didn't want to practice. I'm like, bro, he wow. But hey, I can't say what he experienced.
No, but did he say that's the reason they lost the finals? Or
yeah, he was on that team around that time. He said that's why they couldn't win. He was a bad leader.
Hell no!
They played the Lakers.
He was on 2001. He was on the Bucks in 2001. That lost to that Sixers team, so he might have a little bit of a issue because he actually got suspended for Game 7 of that series. That was really big because he was a starting power forward for Milwaukee. So there might be a little residual. He's still upset, resentment, and still a little upset about that. Of course, he's not going to say that because he's got to sell
that book. Got to sell that book. I'm about to put that together and clip that, Sean.
In time, Shaq. But yeah.
Well, some NBA update. Warriors pull within 4 going to the fourth quarter. 89-85 Pelicans.
But yeah, no, I mean it's one of the most egregious series I've ever seen in my life in terms of officiating.
Agreed, but
Glenn Robinson, who's like a 24 points scorer a game, literally did not get to the free throw line until like Game 5 in the series.
That's tough.
Yeah,
crazy.
It was really
Ray
bad.
Allen was getting hacked, no calls. A lot of guys were getting hacked, no calls. Yeah.
And again, AI was the MVP. He was getting a lot of the superstar calls. Not saying he wasn't getting filed. I'm just saying they weren't calling it fair on both sides.
Fair, yep.
Agreed. And he was actually crazy. AI was actually struggling in the series until like later in the series. We noticed though, until like later in the games.
Salute, Ralph.
Yeah. And and also there was a little bit of a conspiracy theory that everybody said the NBA wanted the bigger market team in the finals. They didn't want Milwaukee, the small market team, in the finals against the Lakers. Because I think that Milwaukee team takes that Lakers to at least 6 games.
So, hey, I got a question for y'all. Hey, so Sean, like this stream program, I got like little soundboards, right? So I've been adding a little something. So the question I got to ask y'all, because I got this sound from, tell me if y'all know this movie.
If I raise up, gonna be trouble. Trouble.
Oh yeah.
Y'all know that movie Players Club, right? So
Yeah.
if the team pull up, it will be trouble. So I'm gonna ask y'all, what team y'all got that teams should want to avoid in the first round? That's like in the bottom 6. Oh, I'm not.
Bottom 6, like
They got to be under the 6 seed. So if they
Oh,
pull
okay.
up, it's gonna be trouble.
Right.
Who you got? Who y'all got? You can go. We go right to left. Go ahead. Go. Who you got? Any conference. If they get it together, or if you see them in the first round, it's gonna be trouble.
I mean, it's tough. Let me just think. I'm kind of close between. It's probably between. I like the Raptors. Like the Raptors, if they go to a full Game 7 series, and if they continue on playing the way they have been these past few games, which is a lot of ball movement, Scotty Barnes just on another level, Pascal not being so selfish, and Fred VanVleet on the great form he is on now. I feel like they can give trouble to some teams, especially with their defense. So that's my pick, to be honest.
G-Man, are you still here?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Who you got? Who you got? If you see this team in the first round, they actually move up to the playoff position, they're gonna put you in trouble. Only rule: what team you got? They got to be a 6 seed or less.
For me, I'm going to say a healthy New Orleans Pelicans team. A healthy Pelicans team. Because think about it. The Pelicans have length with Murphy, Marshall, McCollum, Ingram, Valanciunas. Zion's going to be back. Who knows might be back? Alvarado. Like, you also have good three-point shooting with Trey Murphy, who's lining up the fuse from 3. McCollum, Ingram creates on shot at the elbow, the baseline. McCollum can create on shot. Valanciunas can stretch the floor. You also have good coaching with Willie Green. You have a team that can get into the passing lanes, can steal, can penetrate to the teeth of the defense. They're very long. They're athletic. They're fast. They're quick, though. You also have Josh Richardson, who can hit big shots, and he's a great lockdown defender himself, though. So if the Pelicans are fully healthy, that's a scary team that can really put a thorn on team's side. That's a team that I don't want to see in the playoffs if they're fully healthy.
Sean, who you got?
To me, it's pretty obvious. It's the Warriors. You don't count out the champs until somebody knocks them out. So it's the Warriors. If I had to throw in, I guess a second team, probably the less obvious team. I know we just trashed them earlier, but the Heat are going to be a tough out just because it's the Heat. Even with the lack of the issues, it's a tough out. So I don't think a lot of teams at the top of the East want to see the Heat in the first round.
Okay, yeah. Kevin, I don't know if Kevin, you here? All right, when Kevin come back, I'll ask. Sean, me and you on the same page. It's 100%, and it's crazy that a lot of people still doubting the Warriors. I just see somebody making videos like, what the Warriors show me that they can still be contenders. I'm just like, brother, they got Steph Curry still at the top level. And if they play the Kings, and if the Kings don't know how to win, they got that playoff winning mentality. They got the playoff experience. That experience to win matters a lot because teams don't know. Playoff is up and down emotions. You're going to go up and down situations where if you ain't been in those moments, you ain't going to know what to do, and your character will show. The Warriors are still great defensively when it helps. But everybody just forget. They made up a rumor about him, but Wiggins is going to come back. He missed half of the season. When he's there, they're a great defensive team. And, oh, yeah, they went and got Gary Payton II. And when Gary Payton II and Wiggins was on the team, they was one of the best defensive teams in the league.
Yep.
The Warriors are going to be a problem. And the West is wide open. The Warriors can mess around to be a 7 seed and make it to the finals. Easily.
And they like to come from behind, too.
Yep.
Yeah, the Warriors' third quarter has never vanished. That's the one thing about them. You know when like teams be great for a while and something changed about them, they be different, like they lose stuff. The one thing the Warriors did not lose was that third quarter blow you out the gym. If we down by that, I've just seen the Warriors so many times down by 15 in the beginning of the third, by the end of the third, they up by 25 every time. So mine's is the 100% the Warriors. I like the Pelicans pick that you said too, because the Pelicans, if they healthy, that's gonna be a problem. And I definitely like your Toronto Raptors pick because I like how their defensive aspect. I think because I'm don't get me wrong. Besides the Bucks and the Celtics, to me, it may be the Sixers if healthy. 4 through 5 can get beat. G Money, I know you're a Knicks guy, but your Knicks are vulnerable. Cavaliers, they got to prove it to me. Nets, the Nets ain't nobody. The Heat questionable. The Hawks trash. The Hawks getting beat. My Bulls trash. So I don't know if we're gonna even make it. Then we go to the Western Conference. Lakers iffy. Thunder shouldn't be in the conversation. The Mavericks, I think Luka Doncic not to be held accountable. Everybody try to blame Kyrie Irving. Blame Luka Doncic, the star player of the team.
Yeah,
he got to change his game, or he gonna keep getting exposed. Or they
speaking of the Warriors that got the lead at the be down by 20. Yeah.
Yeah.
If Luka needs to change his game, or the Mavericks just might as well give Mike D'Antoni a job and they just play like the Rockets used to play real hard.
Yeah.
At this point,
they gotta fix their roster too.
They need a bench and a big.
Seeing Christian Wood and Reggie Bullock starting alongside this pairing of Kyrie and Luka is hurting my eyes, bro.
And they need big men. They need big men, bro. Bro, they need big men. They need rim protectors, bro.
Yeah.
And a backup point guard, bro.
I think the two things that they really need is they need another shot creator who does not have to dominate the ball.
Agreed.
And they need a big man who is very, very effective and efficient off ball. It's not somebody you have to necessarily dump the ball into, but someone who's just hyper efficient off ball. The guy I think would fit great on that team, and they can't have him, sorry, is Bam Adebayo.
Bam, yep. Bam ain't going to.
Oh, yeah.
Bam
can't have him, sorry, but he would fit perfect next to Luka.
Fast.
Because of his efficiency and because he doesn't need to dominate the ball to be efficient.
And he can pass to us a big, too.
Yeah.
Hey, but I don't know if y'all want to talk about this, but y'all want to get into the Bulls topic about if they can stop the Lakers?
All right, it's over with. Hold on, wait. Let me see. Hold on, let me say something about WWE. Nobody want to see the who in the playoffs?
The Wolves. The Wolves.
Oh, man, come on.
Okay.
I'm a pass on that. I'm a pass on that.
I'm a pass
I don't
too.
think the Kings want to see the Wolves, though.
The Wolves have talent. They have the worst head coach in the NBA.
Chris Finch, yeah.
I like them getting Mike Conley because I think he does bring a bit more of a veteran presence.
Yeah.
They still haven't figured out how to play Gobert and Cat together for extended minutes. But I think Chris Finch is the worst coach in the NBA.
I think they need to get rid of that coach and they need to get rid of Cat, and I think they'll be a way better team.
I can see that.
Cat time is up.
Yeah,
it's over with. For me,
true. I can see that. Yeah.
But if you were to get back and like Go say, want to talk about the Bulls definitely gonna beat the Lakers again. I think so, unless they just play bad. But I feel like the proof is in the pudding last year we beat the Lakers like that. And then also my boy who on the team, Zach LaVine, want to play for the Lakers, so he's gonna wake up extra to play them too.
I mean, like for me, I'm like 50-50. 50% of me wants to troll and say there's more of a possibility of Killian Hayes becoming an all-star than the Bulls winning, but the other 50% of me is like Bulls are in a great run of form. They're pretty good on home. They've beat the Lakers last time. Lakers have been a bit iffy.
We've been one of the best teams in the league since we got Pat Bev.
They're 10-6 since All-Star break. 10-6 since All-Star the Bulls.
I could legitimately see the Bulls just beating the Lakers badly and just ending everything for the Lakers. I could really see that because the Bulls got a lot of confidence going into this game right now, having already beat the Lakers and having on this tremendous run there on. So
I gotta find this. Hold on, wait. I gotta find this picture, but the Pat Bev effect, like, bro, we like top 5 in like offense. We got one of the best defenses in the league since we got Pat Bev. No funny stuff. Now, it's sad to say that we had to get Pat Bev just to come yell in the locker room just for everybody to play hard. That's the problem I have.
Man, you destroyed me on that, on that Pat Bev versus Killian Hayes. Now, bro.
I told you that though, but if you would have said Killian is a better chance of Killian Hayes being an All-Star than the Bulls being a top 5 seed,
I was joking.
Probably been on the money because we ain't making a top 5 seed.
Bro, Killian Hayes should not be in the NBA right now. I don't want to go too off topic, but Killian Hayes can do absolutely nothing right. I've seen this for 70 games this season and 3 years now, bro. This is why Pistons are trash because we got players like James Wiseman who can put up 20 points but has no impact, and Killian Hayes playing on this team, bro. It's sad, bro. It's sad. Like,
Well, I mean, I want to defend Wiseman just a little bit because he did just get there,
yeah,
and and to his credit, I mean, he's come in and he's been fairly good even with the losing. But I don't think the Pistons' intention is to win this year.
of
I don't,
course. But
I don't think
but
it's,
I'm just saying, for me, I see much more impact when Jalen Duren is starting because he can do a lot more things in terms of defense, rebounding the ball, his IQ than Wiseman, and I see much more impact when he plays in sort of getting some good stretches in the game. But yeah, I mean Wiseman has been good, but just I would prefer seeing Jalen Duren at the starting center spot right now.
and also I think what the Pistons have to consider just from a start, from a lineup perspective next season, is which guy is the better fit with Cade Cunningham. Because if you ask me, because of Cade's game, I think it's Wiseman.
Yeah.
In terms of that two man
Yeah.
game.
I,
So
I could see that, but I liked how Jalen Duren and Cade Cunningham played at the start. But I feel like next season is going to be very interesting to see how Jalen Duren, James Wiseman pair with Cade Cunningham because we haven't seen James Wiseman with Cade. I feel like that could be a good fit, as Sean said, but we'll have to see. But then again, I don't think anyone's going to watch the Pistons play, so.
Yeah. I mean, no, I mean, y'all got a good little fan base. So
You do.
then another thing, I ain't like I didn't put football on the topic, but I definitely want to talk about a little football too. But who? That's just what's going on with the Lamar Jackson saga. So it's like, is they gonna pay him or not, or where y'all see him be the best fit? For me personally, I think the Ravens should have been trying to pay him, but now the relationship is not beyond repair. I don't know. There's one team got money, but if he was to find a way to go to the 49ers, it'd be over with. But realistically speaking, with the division being open as it is, if I'm the Detroit Lions, I know Coach, you're gonna be happy to hear this. If I'm the Detroit Lions, I go get Lamar Jackson right now. And if the Lions can find a way to get Lamar Jackson now and only giving up a pick, they'll win the division.
I don't think we're going to because the Lions have already put a press release and have spoken that their intention is to keep Jared Goff, which I don't think is the right decision as much as he's played good this season. I just like the fit with Lamar Jackson way more, but the Lions already kind of put the dead like
Yeah.
just ended it. As much as I don't like it, but Lions did what they do, so.
I think a couple things, and Shaq, just forgive me because I've been talking about this story with quite a few outlets, so I'm gonna just have to go there a little bit.
Yeah.
It's not that teams aren't interested in Lamar Jackson. There are teams that are very interested in Lamar Jackson. But the problem is, no team wants to negotiate with Lamar Jackson, do all the work to negotiate with Lamar Jackson, just for the Ravens to match.
Yeah.
So that's the bigger issue is no one wants, because that's a lot of work putting together contract structure, all of that stuff, figuring how to make it work in your cap. It's a lot, and
Ravens don't match it.
teams don't want to deal with that. That's the first thing. This let me shut down this nonsense. Lamar does not need an agent. There are guys who do not have an agent who represent themselves,
Mm-hmm.
negotiate their own deals all the time. Laramie Tunsil is the highest paid left tackle in NFL history in terms of guaranteed money. He does not have an agent.
Agent.
He
Mm-hmm.
represents himself.
Yep.
So let's kill that. He needs an agent nonsense right now.
Mm-hmm.
The third thing is Lamar Jackson was the 32nd pick of the draft.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of last season, he only made about $9.5 million for the first 4 years of his contract.
Highly underpaid.
Yeah, the Ravens got a great deal as a starting quarterback who was the 32nd pick. Last year they paid him $23 million because that's part of his fifth year option.
Right.
Now, they could have been negotiating an extension with him after his third season. They could have been like, hey, listen, we're going to do whatever it takes to get this done.
Mm-hmm.
They chose not to do it. And whether it was his side or both sides, from his vantage point, it made sense. The longer you wait, the more the money goes up. So it made sense for him to wait to negotiate. That's one thing. The second thing is and I've said this on other streams, and I'm saying this for everybody here. The NFL is the only professional team sport that pays players based on positional value.
Yep. Yes, sir. You're 100% right.
So every time a quarterback does a new deal, the quarterbacks who are up for the next deals are looking at that deal as now this is a part of the evaluation for how these quarterback contracts have to be structured. So Kyler Murray got $189 million guaranteed in his extension.
Yep.
Nobody thinks he's better than Lamar.
No, not close. And it's funny that, Sean, you say that because everything is about position. Look at the running back market right now. And then I got a question from the people in the chat. Sean, don't say the answer. Besides, because everybody get mad at Deshaun Watson, everybody points to the Deshaun Watson story. So whoever not a moderator, my moderators do not answer. Whoever not a moderator, if you get this question right, I'll make you a moderator right now. Who was the other player to get a guaranteed contract that stood in the league? Besides Deshaun Watson, because everybody just swear to God, Deshaun Watson, point Deshaun Watson. First person that's not a moderator, put the answer. I'll make you a moderator right now. But go ahead, Sean, finish.
Yeah. So that's the other thing. So if you're the Ravens, and from the Ravens' perspective, the mistake the Ravens made was not trying to get a deal done sooner than later. Because now you got three quarterbacks, Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, and Jalen Hurts, who are all extension eligible this offseason. Two of those guys are getting extended this offseason.
Justin Herbert getting his contract done right now as we speak.
Justin Herbert is working on a deal right now that's going to surpass $500 million.
Yep.
How much of it's going to be guaranteed will be interesting.
Yes.
But I'm going to say EE is correct.
Yes, sir. Double E is correct. Double E, I'm finna make you a mod, my boy.
So that's the other thing from the Ravens standpoint. So yesterday's price will not be today's price. If these deals
money. Yeah. Money.
Pay the man. Pay the man.
So, and again, from his perspective, he may not be asking for $230 million guaranteed. He might be asking for $200 million fully guaranteed. It might be 4 years, $200 million fully guaranteed. Pay him.
Pay the man, bro. I don't understand why you don't pay the man, bro.
Well, so from the Ravens' perspective, and is not knowing Steve Bisciotti's situation. So anytime you fully guarantee a contract, or whatever a player does not get at signing in terms of guarantees, the remainder of those guarantees have to go into an escrow.
Yes. Yep.
So when Deshaun Watson, when he signed his fully guaranteed deal, the $230 million he got, I want to say it was $56 million or $58 million, something like that up front. So the remainder of the $181 million had to go into an escrow.
Yep.
Jimmy Haslam has to take that money and put it in escrow. Most NFL teams ain't sitting on that type of money to do that.
No, they're not. They're not. And everybody who y'all, if I kick y'all out, y'all disconnected. So y'all just got to join back. I see my boy Taj in the building. What's up, Taj?
What's good? It was good, SB, Sean. What's
Stuck
good,
at work, brother. Stuck at work, man.
What's
Stuck at work.
What's up, Taj?
This Lamar Jackson thing, man. I don't know, man. At first, like he made a whole tweet out saying that he requested a trade and like a couple weeks ago or a few, but then. And like people talk about, Lamar Jackson needs an agent, this and that and the third.
Yeah.
But people really don't know, what I'm saying, like what's like the whole situation. Like people don't know what's really going on.
And speaking of overpaying quarterbacks, shout out my boy Taj with them Danny Dimes. But no, but
Yeah,
no, it's just
I don't
crazy
even
when you
call
see
him
that.
that no more.
He ain't Danny Million now.
Yeah,
I mean, or I'm just saying, you see quarterbacks like Danny Dimes, you see Jimmy G getting offered money and other special favors. I just don't understand Lamar Jackson ain't getting paid. I'm like, I don't know 100% know. Like you said, I think that's what the real big thing is, Sean. Because I don't think Lamar Jackson wants the 100% fully guaranteed contract. If he could get it, he ain't gonna turn it down. But I think that the Ravens' ability to match what they gonna give him is kind of a hard draw.
Yeah. I think the last person to sign a restricted free agent deal, go out on the market and get a deal and it wasn't matched, I think was Dana Stubblefield, I think was the last person. So it's been like a minute. Like it doesn't traditionally happen like that. Like, so I think at the end of the day, these teams when a team signs a guy to or tags a guy as a restricted free agent, most of these teams know, yeah, they generally want to keep the guy. It's just, and so if you're a team, why would you go out and do that work for that team knowing they want to keep the guy?
Do y'all think that NFL would probably be quick to sign players if they had like a true free agency like the NBA? If they didn't have the franchise tag, you think it'd be the free NFL free agency would be different maybe?
Without the franchise tag.
Franchise tag. So like if they knew that they could actually just
like if
lose a
they
player
didn't
if they
have a
don't get the job
franchise
done.
tag.
Well,
Like if they
probably.
didn't have a franchise tag, I think it'd probably be a little bit different.
Yeah, same. I
But it's
feel like
hard.
more players will go to different teams because a lot of the times with franchise tags, I mean, some players say they're not very comfortable in this situation, but the franchise really needs that player. It's happened to my team a few times, so we franchise tagged them. If we didn't have that option, a lot of those players would just go to different situations, different
Yeah.
teams, and wouldn't have to worry about getting franchise tags. So
And I think it'd be harder for like especially quarterbacks. Defensive players you might can just certain positions you could just link them right in. But it's like it ain't Madden, y'all. They gotta learn the playbook. They gotta learn the lingos. That's like you even heard Cam Newton, which I want y'all opinion on the Cam Newton situation too. Where he was just like, if he gave me another year, a full year to understand the system and what was going on with everything, I guarantee I probably would have been pretty good. And it's like, yeah, they got to learn the playbook. They got to know the right calling. Look at Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson calling out Seahawk play calls when he was with the Broncos. So it ain't that easy just switching teams like that. So it will be kind of hard.
Right.
man,
Yeah, Taj, you got to reconnect too. You disconnect to reconnect, Taj. I don't think I like the program because of the sound thing, but that is kind of tough to like to disconnect
yeah, on the phone, it's probably because most people get on their
the
phones,
phone.
and that's the one thing. If EV Mux can really fix their phone, like the phone usage, it will be top tier. Can you hear anything in the background?
Oh, not really. I hear like a little fan, maybe. Yeah,
Oh yeah, it's my PlayStation 4, bro. It sounds like a goddamn missile, bro.
yeah, that's tough.
Give me your Xbox. I'll send you my PlayStation 4.
I'm, I'm not a PlayStation guy. I'm not a PlayStation guy, my brother.
Yeah.
I am not a PlayStation guy. I can tell you that right now. I'm not a PlayStation guy. But that's how I was just looking at like the Lamar situation, and then now I keep seeing the rumors that not rumors. They keep trying. The media is so trying to push the Bears to trade Justin Fields for Lamar Jackson. I'm like, bro, that makes no sense at all. It don't make no sense. Justin Fields is literally you can say he's not as good as Lamar Jackson yet, but he's a
Of
young
course.
version of him where he could actually be that potential. I think Justin Fields is a better thrower of the ball of than Lamar Jackson, my honest opinion.
Yeah.
So if he got the legs like Lamar and possibly could throw better and he's cheaper, I'm gonna take the cheaper guy. Like NFL always
Yeah.
move with the cheaper, younger guy. It's not the NBA. You don't trade for vets in the NFL. You always go for the younger guy.
Yeah, and that's one thing I don't like about some sport fans in general. Some of them, they're so impatient that they don't want to go through a process. They just want to skip through it by getting a better player right now, but you don't look towards the future of what you're building here. That same thing with my team, other teams too. You have this young talent that you're trying to build around, but some fans are like, no, I don't wanna see losing. Let's get Lamar Jackson, who yeah, he's better right now, but you never know. Maybe that young QB you have can be better or have other skills that might be an advantage to your team. So yeah.
And then ain't no guarantee that the guy's gonna come right in and do the job good, because it's like with Russell Wilson is a perfect example. So you don't necessarily know he's gonna fit right in.
That's right.
Football, it takes Broncos country. That's right. But in football, it takes actual time to actually get it together. And like that's why I said Cam Newton is so quick to just say like, "Hey, all these randoms ain't better than me." Cam, and you have been bad the last couple of years, and it's like, can you handle being a backup? Because having Cam Newton as a backup, I think he deserves a job. But as a starter, I can't see it because
I would like him to see in the not to cut you off, but in the Lions, I would like him to be a backup.
I think he'd be good, but he's gonna be making too much noise behind Jared. He can't be behind nobody like a Jared Goff.
He'll probably be all these nobody starting over me, man. I should be the one. Which I understand him because he was the Super Bowl. He's like an MVP, but he's not the same guy, bro. Like that's what a lot of athletes don't realize is that at some point in your career, you're not going to be the same guy you were. You're gonna you still have good skills. You can still be a very good backup. You'll probably be one of the best backups in the league. But these players' egos and mindset of, well, I did this in the past, it just overrides them instead of looking at it as, my skills are not the same as it was, but I can still offer something to this team to help this team. But unfortunately, some athletes don't think as, that way.
And for Cam to be successful, too, also.
Talking about Cam Newton.
Yeah, Cam, And he needs to run the ball, bro. At that old age, I don't think you taking them hits like you were taking like that, brother. So you inaccurate and you're going to get hurt. I don't know. But Cam Newton as a backup would still be great. Go ahead.
I think two things about Cam. First, obviously, we haven't seen healthy Cam in probably 5 years.
That's true.
So, and one of the things when he went to New England that I thought was a big issue was that he was literally coming off of the torn rotator cuff surgery. That's usually like a 2-year surgery before you actually start to feel like yourself again, and particularly for a guy who, makes his living throwing a football. I think to Goat's point, physically he's not the dominant force he once was, but it doesn't mean he can't be effective in the right situation. But it's got to be the right situation. He's not the guy that's going to walk in the door and lift everybody up because of how great he is anymore. But he can still be effective. And we've seen quarterbacks, some quarterbacks make that transition later in their career. Randall Cunningham did it in Minnesota, just for example. Kurt Warner was able to do it in Arizona. So I think it's just a matter of getting to the right situation. But also, he's a celebrity. And a lot of you don't want your starting quarterback feeling overwhelmed by the celebrity of the backup quarterback.
Perfect story, Sean. Nick Foles. Foles.
Yeah, exactly. Think about, Tebow couldn't throw to save his life, but think about Tim Tebow when teams were thinking about bringing him in as a backup or bringing him in at all. The celebrity of Tebow sometimes got in the way of what the team was trying to do. So I think that's the other factor with Cam as well.
Real. And him making even noise like that, these randoms, so now it's going to be like, can you accept the role behind these randoms?
Yeah.
Like, people forget how good Carson Wentz was not garbage. Before Nick Foles, it's just that impact that a lot of people can't handle that pressure of playing behind or having that person behind them with all that celebrity impact.
Yeah.
Who the fans
He also,
What'd you say, Taj? Go ahead, Taj.
He also said that there's like not 32 guys better than him right now. What do you guys think about that?
If it ain't 32, it's about 30.
Again, if he's healthy, I don't disagree with him.
Yeah, not 32 though.
I don't think it's 32. No, I don't think it's 32 guys better than him. I mean, let's just go to Houston. Is Davis Mills better than Cam Newton?
No.
Like Cam Newton is better than he's.
I know it's a chart of.
I mean,
he's a good quarterback, but
if Cam Newton signed with any team in the NFC South right now,
Yeah, he would.
I'm just saying he pretty much might be the best quarterback in the NFC South if healthy.
Right.
But the caveat
Yeah.
is if he's healthy.
Yeah, I still think he's better than Baker Mayfield.
Baker started on the Bucks. Baker definitely gonna start on the Bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Desmond Ritter, from the Falcons, and the Panthers about to draft a quarterback, with that first pick in the draft, right? So yeah.
Yeah, let me see. I guess I can go. Oh no, this old
as well in Carolina.
Let me see. I'm trying to go to who will be the start. Okay, well I guess they ain't got no demographic of it. So you're not better than Mahomes, Barrow, Allen, Trevor, Herbert. Hold on, I'll make sure I hear it a little bit. He didn't get Deshaun Watson a job. He's not better than Russell Wilson. Is he better than Dak Prescott?
No.
Yeah, I kind of question that a little bit.
Yeah, I mean you could question it, but I don't think he's better.
I think
just don't say that to Step, bro. Step is gonna.
Yeah, I don't think
go
crazy.
crazy.
The top 10 quarterback.
Okay, but it's Dak Prescott last year though for sure. Kirk Cousins?
Yeah.
No, Kirk better.
I'd say Kirk is better, but I'm not like overly confident in that.
Yeah.
All right, Kenny Pickett or Cam Newton?
I would say Cam because I wasn't. Kenny Pickett did nothing last year that showed me anything.
Okay. Mac Jones?
I would say Mac Jones based on his rookie year. I'm not blaming Mac Jones for last year because Matt Patricia had no idea what he was doing. So
okay. I don't think we got Justin Fields better. Well, we have to argue that, dude.
Yeah, Justin Fields better.
Yeah, he's better.
Okay. Jared Goff?
Jared Goff.
Jared Goff is better.
Yeah.
Ryan Tannehill.
I would say Cam.
Maybe Cam. Yeah.
It's close for me, but probably.
Brock Purdy.
I think Purdy's overhyped, but that's just
me.
I like Purdy, but I would probably take. Maybe. Cause I still got to see what Purdy like full season. Yeah, he played good, but
yeah, we got to see.
I would take Cam over Desmond Ritter.
Cam? I might take Cam over Desmond Ritter too.
Yeah, but I mean,
maybe Desmond Ritter. Like Sam
Howell in Washington. Like, are we serious that Washington is going to go with Sam Howell and Jacoby Brissett?
I'm going to say Jordan Love.
TBD.
I mean, but you're going to get Sam Howell in a year? He only had 1 year.
Yeah, but I saw Sam Howell in college. I'm like, yeah, he wasn't that good.
You said you don't know how he made it to the league.
Yeah, I'm serious. He was not. He did not show me nothing in North Carolina like that.
But I feel like with the Texas situation, I think about the Texas like David Mills, but we know they taking Bryce Young and the Panthers taking
or CJ Stroud. Yeah.
Oh, y'all, the Panthers already. You already seen the video that CJ Stroud. They already said get your house ready in Charlotte. He going to Panthers.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you this though. I think if Houston calls them and offers them a sweetheart deal, I think Carolina would consider it.
Yeah. Might have to.
Because for them, is the gap that great between CJ Stroud and Bryce Young?
For me, the health aspect of his size that scares me. So for me, I'm gonna say yes. I think the gap's that big.
Yeah.
That alone is enough. Because if my quarterback ain't available, what's the point?
Yeah.
So for
as
me,
we said before, your best ability is your
availability. Yeah. For me, Sean, I'm gonna say yes. I think the gap's that big. Because I think if Bryce Young gets slapped one time, he gonna be gone. I think it's just one good one because he's small. I think he's smaller than Kyler Murray actually.
Yeah, he's small. Yeah, he's really small.
Yeah, really small. He got a cannon of arm though. Shout out. He makes me, you know what I'm saying? He makes the smaller guys feel happy, you know what I'm saying, to see get stuff done. But I just that question for me.
I mean, if he was 6'2",
he might be the best quarterback in the world.
He'd be Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, yeah. I say talent. Now we just going talent wise alone. I think Bryce Young might be better,
Yeah.
but with his size, and I done seen Tua get hit and get hurt a lot, and Tua bigger than him,
Yeah.
but Tua fragile.
Yeah.
So, and it is another Alabama quarterback guy getting hurt, man. So I don't know. And I don't really. Well, I'm as much as I'm a big Alabama fan. Alabama quarterbacks really don't pan out in the league like that. I'm thinking about it. What was the last like truly successful Alabama quarterback?
None.
Yeah, I don't think so. Because it's like
I don't remember, bro.
I can't think of one off the top of the head.
Yeah,
I think
none. I mean, literally, the most overrated quarterback in NFL history went to Alabama.
Who was that?
Joe Namath.
yeah. Oh man, but yeah, no, you're right. Because I think in Alabama you get so many weapons and options. It's like you playing with like an all-star team every time. So it's like you can't really mess that up. I know that Alabama want to try to claim Jalen Hurts, but y'all can't claim Jalen Hurts. Y'all can't. I know they want to say Jalen Hurts. Y'all can't claim Jalen Hurts. Y'all let him go.
They can't. They got rid of him.
I think he came a better. I think him going to Oklahoma made him a better quarterback. Honestly, and that experience what he went through. They benched that man in the championship game. That was tough.
For Tua.
And going to Philadelphia, who knows how to develop quarterbacks, helped him.
They do. That they do. I give him that. That they do. That's how I feel about the guy from Florida, which I believe he should have stayed there the year. But if it's like if you gonna end up being a top 5 pick, you went out at the right time. I think he needs to go to the right situation because he got all the intangibles, especially with how the NFL is moving towards the mobile athletic quarterback to be great, but that accuracy is questionable. I think he needs to sit a year behind somebody.
I think if Seattle is smart, they take him and they sit him for a year, maybe 2 years behind Geno. Because for me, the guy he compares to is Steve McNair.
Yeah.
That he has this raw ability, kind of an arm, but he does need time to adjust.
What pick is the Seahawks? Actually, let me see.
I think they have the 5th pick, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, the Seahawks got the 5th pick?
Yeah, they got the 5th pick in the draft.
Do you do that, or do you take one of these defensive linemen?
If I'm Seattle, I take Richardson.
I'm thinking so too.
Yeah, I think the best. Y'all know the rule. The best time to take a quarterback is when you don't need one.
You let him develop. You see what the Chiefs did.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Alex Smith.
Yeah, I mean, look at the Packers.
Yeah.
I mean, has any team had a better quarterback situation for the last 30 years than the Green Bay Packers?
Yeah, the next person was always there ready. It'd be crazy if Jordan Love come out and start balling. They're gonna be hurt.
And if Jordan Love comes out and balls out, they set for the next, 12 to 15 years. So, just saying.
No, you're right. Because what else? Who else could they take? I'm trying to think who else they could really take at the top of the. Let me see. I'm looking up a mock draft and see who they got Seattle taking.
I mean, they could take Carter from Georgia, even though I don't know if it's the situation.
And then everybody talking about the other guy, Anderson, because he came out of shape. One of them came out of shape.
Yeah. Carter was out of shape. Let's see, Bucky Brooks.
I see a lot of mock drafts saying that they saying the Colts are gonna probably take Anthony Richardson at 4, and Tyrese. And they said the Cardinals will probably take Will Anderson. They said they're gonna take Tyree Wilson, air rusher.
The Colts are
from Texas Tech.
Seattle, because Anthony Richardson. Everybody got Anthony Richardson going forward to the Colts.
Okay, yeah, I'm looking at Bucky Brooks, who tends to be pretty locked in. He's got Stroud 1, Bryce Young 2, Will Anderson 3 to the Cardinals. He's got Tyree Wilson going to the Colts at 4.
Okay.
Because I think Gardner Minshew's going to start for the Colts this year.
Yeah, to be the Braves.
They might be willing
to be the
wait.
Braves
And
QB.
he has Seattle taking Jalen Carter at 5. Detroit taking Devon Witherspoon at 6. Raiders taking Christian Gonzalez at 7. And he's got Anthony Richardson falling out of the top 10.
I mean, I think that'd be good for him.
Yeah, well, he's got Seattle taking him at 20, taking him at 20.
I mean, they still got him there. Yeah, I'll take him.
Yeah. So yeah, he got the Chargers taking Bijan Robinson.
I think we're gonna do that. The Chargers need to get a running back. I want to get a receiver. I'm tired of
Mike Williams.
Mike Williams and Keenan Allen. I'm done with both of them, bro. They never healthy. Mike Williams too inconsistent. Like I'm glad that my quarterback has been doing his thing. We need somebody.
Sure.
I think the best receiver in this draft is like Haddon. I think that guy.
Was Smith and Jigba,
Jordan Addison
from USC,
Quentin Johnston.
Zay Flowers from Boston College.
We need somebody. I hope we take two receivers.
Quentin Johnston from TCU.
Yeah, this is not like a top receiver.
Nah.
Draft,
There's no Justin Jeffersons, no Jamar Chases, no Odell Beckhams in this draft. Nah.
Yeah, nah.
That we don't know of yet. Maybe if it is, it's gonna be like a shock if they get that good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I think the guy right now that I would probably bet on is Zay Flowers, followed by Smith and Jigba.
Okay.
From Ohio State receivers just come in the league and know how to play.
Oh yeah, of course.
So
I wouldn't mind taking Bijan Robinson though. They do got us taking Nick. Yeah, we talking about Nick.
Bijan Robinson.
Yeah, I about to trade Austin Eckler.
Yeah, Bijan Robinson, that dude.
Yeah,
he's that dude.
If he come here, he go let me get him right. Because don't get me wrong, it's we talk about the running back position. If honestly, only running back that's probably go, and that's more because of the situation, who's gonna get paid kind of what he want, which he already did, I believe, is Saquon. Because of the situation where he's needed there, but running backs are damn a dozen, bro. The younger, the better, because they're cheaper and you can still do the same thing.
Yeah.
I think Ezekiel Elliott didn't get paid. A lot of people didn't get paid. Austin Eckler, they're gonna let him go. He a touchdown machine, but running backs replaceable.
Yeah.
They don't value running backs like that.
Yeah, teams are starting to get smart now with running backs.
Yeah.
I mean, if you got somebody special, like if you got somebody truly special, like if you got a Christian McCaffrey or you got a Kamara or you got, somebody at that level, you take care of them. But I think for the most part, y'all are right. You don't overpay for running backs.
And sure. You know what's crazy? What you said, look at all the running backs that you named. They can do more than just run the ball down here. They literally can catch. They can run routes great. You got to be very, you got to be able to do a lot of things at running back now. You can't just be that hard nose up the middle, hit the holes running back no more. That's not going to get you paid. That's not going to keep you a job no more at all.
Yeah, I saw something the other day. It was like one of those poll questions, like who's the best running back from the 2000s, and I was like, is this even an argument?
Yeah.
Like, didn't LaDainian Tomlinson play in the 2000s?
Yep.
Next question. We're not having this argument. Love Adrian Peterson and other guys, but it's LaDainian Tomlinson.
No question. Everybody forget about how LT was, but like I said, they don't value the running back. Because another guy who was great in that time, running back, Marshall Faulk. We don't even talk about Marshall Faulk no more.
Yeah.
So, they just don't value the running back. Everybody gonna quickly say a quarterback or maybe a receiver, but no, it's 100% LT, no debate.
Yeah.
Made me fall in love with football. The Chargers. Because I ain't gonna lie, besides the Bears, I'm always gonna support my hometown team. I was a fan of the Bears until the Super Bowl. Like you said, Sean B talk all the time about it. I started back supporting them because they did something I never thought they were gonna draft a black quarterback and draft a black quarterback. I ain't gonna try to salsa like anything. That's why I started back supporting them.
Yeah,
but
you go with the trophies.
But and watching LT when they play and watching the highlight, obviously because all the games wasn't like that globally like how it was. But watching my two favorite teams was the Chargers and the Rams, which crazy coincidentally they both in LA because I love my two favorite players was Marshall Faulk and LaDainian Thompson. Yeah. And I just fell in love. Maybe I should have picked the Rams because they won a couple more, but I just fell in love with LT, bro. LT was the guy, bro.
Yeah.
Watching them play, watching LT play was amazing, bro.
Yeah.
He was different. But even back on the NBA, I'm looking at it from this point was I think the Bulls so if the Bulls beat the Lakers, they'll probably drop down a couple more seeds. I don't think the Lakers can't afford to lose no more games. Even if the Lakers win, do y'all really consider the Lakers a threat in the playoffs, though?
Not really. I feel like they'll be competitive, but in terms of being a playoff threat, which is completely different than being competitive, I don't think so.
I think their biggest issue is they got a lot of pieces. I don't know how those pieces fit together because we really haven't seen them together all season. And LeBron came back the other day, obviously, but like Rui Hachimura didn't even play.
Which is I'm confused off that. I don't understand why he don't play.
Well, again, it comes back to they got a lot of pieces, and they got a lot of guys who like Troy Brown and
Yeah.
the Austin Reeves and these guys who are kind of overachieving. So it's like you got to find minutes for them, but it's only so many minutes in a 48-minute game. Somebody's not who you think should be playing is not going to play. I just didn't think it would be Rui Hachimura.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm
Like
sorry.
not to cut you
Yeah,
guys
go ahead,
off,
go ahead, go.
but like the thing about the Lakers, I feel like next season they'll be a much better team because I feel like this team needs time in order to get cohesion. As Sean said, they have a lot of players who fit in the same position, same build. So I feel like if they can construct their roster in a correct way, create get valuable players and just as I said, just reconstruct it. I feel like they'll be a playoff threat next year, but this season I just don't see them just finding a cohesion that quickly, and the roster doesn't really convince me that much in terms of being a playoff threat. So,
And my problem with the Lakers is that they depend too much on name value. They just see
mhm.
Bron just gonna get the job done. No, he's not. Y'all just
LeBron
depend too
fans.
much on that. They do too much. AD is too wishy washy, iffy, and y'all don't have these other pieces. And the Lakers have not looked great defensively in a while. Consistently, I'm gonna say they had them games back and forth where they look like they're gonna do something great, but they don't. And that's my only problem with Lakers and Lakers fans. They just depend on. They think just we got Bron, so we good. It don't work like that in real life. It
Nope.
doesn't. It don't at all. I don't know what else they see.
They
G
see
Money said the
Lakers.
Dubs won by 11. I told you that keep doubting the Warriors. Go ahead, Sean. What you finna say?
Yeah, what they see is the Lakers on the front of the chest, and that's what gives them hope. Is they see Lakers on the front of the chest.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of the day, nobody came from somewhere else and got better because they put a Laker uniform on. Like you are what you are.
Yep.
So I just think their biggest issue is, to Goat's point, is they need another year, but also
Hmm.
let's just be real. LeBron's going into year 21 next year.
Yeah.
How many guys in year 21 were impactful for a championship team? Raise your hand. Anybody? Anybody know?
Zero.
Never.
I don't know.
Never. I give it to you.
Zero.
Never. Never.
Never happened.
No. No.
Yeah, but
So
I agree with you on that.
you know.
And
So yeah. So I think that's the other part. Is you just got to live in reality. Is that you got an aging superstar who's on his last legs. Enjoy it while it lasts, and get ready for your next few years of futility because it's coming.
Oh yeah, no, the Lakers gonna be
yeah,
terrible.
yeah. I mean,
Ooh, hey, we gonna find out, but now, I ain't gonna lie, the Lakers fans do got a real fan base, so I ain't gonna doubt that.
yeah,
But
yeah.
we gonna see how they gonna be quiet, boy, because they gonna be trash for like the next
That's gonna be
6
so funny,
years.
bro. Like every Lakers fan, you know what? We got LeBron, we got AD. We could be a real playoff threat, and if they lose in the play-in, bro, it's gonna be so funny. But like
They gotta
as
get
as
to the play
yeah,
in.
as SB said, like it's very true. They focus too much on their name value, like, and that's the problem with all sports. Like with soccer, the same thing. Not trying to make this into a soccer stream, but a lot of teams they just go after big names instead of building a great roster, team. For
Yep.
example, 2004 Pistons. What big names did they have before coming to the Pistons? No one, no, not the starting five, had a big name.
Maybe,
Like
maybe.
most of them were like role players, and
Yeah,
I feel
maybe
like
Rasheed.
Rashid and Rip was kind of coming onto the scene, but like they weren't like superstars like LeBron and AD, which is why I value like team building more than just having a name value. So,
No, you're right. You hit that on the head with that one.
bro, 6 days until WrestleMania, I'm so happy. This is like the
Yeah.
first time I'm excited about a WrestleMania in like so many years.
Hey, go. Did you see that video I dropped about the Roman Reigns theory? I think
I haven't been on TikTok, bro. I
go
got
on
banned for
TikTok.
3 days.
I got a theory about what's going on. I think Roman been giving people hints this whole time. I ain't gonna tell you to go watch the TikTok. because we I'm finna shut it down in a minute. I have this next hour, I actually got to do some work. This overnight shift. This
You
first
like
half,
the
I was chilling.
you like the overnight?
Nah, that's what I used to do when I first got here. So like now overnight is like I gotta like record the news, edit it up. Then I gotta do like put these other little shows in. Like the shift I'm on during like the midday, I just gotta pretty much update the weather and then just make sure everything play in a timely matter because
Hey,
they actually listen to it.
tomorrow are you busy? Like in terms of work?
I might be sleep all day, but then I'm gonna be at work at like 6:30. Yeah, what's the word?
No. I was just wondering because the Bulls game is going to be fun, but I don't know if you wanted to.
I think if the Bulls game gonna be on when I'm at work. So if the Bulls game on when I work, I might stream again. So I do a Bulls stream
Hey,
at the wrong time.
so let me know so I can create like some graphics and stuff because I got some.
Okay,
interesting
we can make it happen
yeah.
then. But all right, Sean, I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate you coming on. Finna shut it down.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. Salute.
Salute. Good night to everyone.
But not me. I gotta stay up.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Not me. I'm still. Unfortunately, bro. Salute everybody coming on, man.
That's tough, bro. 5 o'clock. I don't think I could do that.
Hey, but it's easy. It's better than like doing something like a hard labor job. So
yeah, of course, man. Of course, we gotta be blessed.
Everything we got, you know. All right, salute, go.
All right, salute, man. Have a great night. Oh, shit, guys, keep on.
But man, salute everybody that came onto the stream today, man. Last minute pop up stream. I was just like, man, I'm at work. I'm chilling. I ain't doing nothing. I might as well just get the people what they want. Get the people to stream, man. Shout out everybody who came through, man. Shout out Renegade G Money, Double E, Fred, who my job to. Chris, you saw Look Champion now. Taj, Tip, Ralph, Heartless in the basement. My boy Step, Kevin came through on the stream. Hoop came through. Get us a 2K, man. I'm trying to get the 2K subs. And when I get the 2K subs, I'm gonna do a giveaway. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a giveaway. Maybe like a shirt or your favorite player's shirt. 2K. Now we get to like 5K. We get to 5 and 10. I'm gonna start giving out jerseys, shoes, maybe tickets to a game. But I get the 10K. I'm giving away tickets to your favorite team game. And I ain't gonna put you in the nosebleed. I'll get you some pieces. That's all I'm doing. 10K. But we gotta keep working and keep striving. I gotta start breaking down the live streams too, which I will be doing soon. I just wanted to build up a couple episodes to have on the stream. Like I said, I'm still in the process of trying to get my station here. Not, I'm just gonna keep doing it and put it on audio version. I'm slowly but surely transitioning my stuff to like be more radio podcast. So when I do the audio, everybody's not gonna be able to visually see everything. I want to use the audio clip of it though. But you know, once again, it was a good stream, man. You know, it was a great stream, and I'm glad everybody. I don't want to do this more. When y'all see Real Takes Over Fake Base Rumble, that's gonna be an open panel discussion. Have a lot of people on. We're gonna chop it up, go crazy, and do the dance with them. We gonna do the dance. But yeah, and I can't tell them. You don't know how I go. I'm Shaq Barnes, Real Takes Over Fake Debates.
To be the man, you've got to beat the man.
That's it, man. To beat the man, you gotta beat the man. I'm him. SBTALKSPORTS, Real Takes Over Fake Debates. Oh, see you on the next one.